You're at?
Sure, okay. Hi, Jeff Moeller. I'm Director of Water Technologies at the Water Environment and Reuse Foundation, and just wanted to let you know about a new tool that we just recently released as part of our Leaders Innovation Forum for Technology.
That's LIFT, right?
That's the LIFT program, exactly, thank you. We surveyed a lot of our member utilities, over 100 utilities responded to the survey, and we asked them, what innovative technologies are you currently implementing? Which ones are you thinking about implementing in 2 years, 5 years, or 10 years from now? And we got all that data back and compiled it and put it into something we call a water technology visualization tool. So the visualization tool is available to the public on the LIFT web pages. When you go there, you look at it, you can sort based on different facility types: water, wastewater, stormwater, drinking water, desal. You can sort on different technology categories, so if you just want to look at nutrients or energy or biosolids, you can look at that. And you can also sort on individual technologies like granular sludge or algae. You can filter based on geographic region, so if you just want to look at the west coast of the U.S. or you want to look at some international utilities, you can sort on that, and you can sort by facility size. But it gives you forward-looking, what we call S-curves of innovation for different technology categories, so you can see where the market's headed. And so it's a fun tool to interact with and play with, and for utilities in particular, and people that support them, consultants, technology providers, and universities. It gives them an opportunity to see where the market is heading. And so we hope that will provide some positive peer pressure, if you will, as utilities can see where their peers are heading. And if it's a technology they haven't looked at, hopefully it encourages them to take a look at it and explore it and implementing it at their facility. So
very cool.
Available at WEFTEC.org/LIFT.
WEFTEC.org/LIFT. And this is so LIFT in general, give us a quick overview of what LIFT is in general.
Sure. LIFT is a joint WEF initiative to accelerate innovation and help move new water technologies more quickly into practice.
Yes. And we were meeting with the cluster meeting the EPA held with all the cluster leaders and their friends.
Yes.
Many friends. It was over 100 people in there, right? Yeah. Lots of great briefings. And at the same time, you guys were working with the utility leaders on these sorts of initiatives, figuring out what they're looking for. So how does that connection come through between the innovators, the entrepreneurs, and not just startups, but established companies that are coming up with something new, and the clusters, and getting back to the utilities and what they need?
Yeah, I think to really move innovation forward, it's a push and pull process. You can't just have a push process. So we work from both ends. So we work with the technology providers and what solutions are available that they're trying to push. At the same time, we're working with the utilities on what needs do they have and what solutions are out there to help them solve their needs. Or if there's not a solution, we can put the need out there. And if 20 utilities all say I have the same need, we hope that sends a signal to the market, and in particular innovators, that here's a real market opportunity for them to fill it. So we just released a report, a joint report with WaterF and WENRF on fostering innovation within water utilities, and that's available on our website now. So for those utilities that perhaps don't have an innovation program or maybe just started one, this document provides guidance on how they can develop an innovation program at their utility and really try to be more forward-looking and what we call a utility of the future that we want to encourage.
Yeah. Now we talked to people at all different levels within utilities. We interviewed Deborah Shore yesterday from at a commissioner level. We talked to people like David St. Pierre at the general manager level, and then also at the operational. Often there's that. It used to be that there was just that one engineer that was told, okay, you're in charge of innovation. So how do you is there thought of how to integrate within the utilities of communicating between the people with the money, the people with the decision-making power, and the people who are putting the boots on the ground and actually getting things done?
Yeah, I think the report gives a lot. It gives what we call an ICE. We call it the ICE framework of how you can do that at a utility. The I stands for impact, C stands for capability, and E stands for engagement. But really, at utilities, you need to actually have resources to help support your innovation program. So there's information in that book on how to move that forward. How do you get buy-in from upper management, or how do you have champions and leaders within your organization? But I think you need it at the top, but also I think we've discussed that you need it at the operator level too, because a lot of times these are the guys in the front lines, seeing the issues, wrestling with the issues, wrestling with struvite formation in their pipes and chipping it out, and they would love some innovative solutions. And sometimes they come up with some innovative solutions.
And that actually, when Flint was going on, that was something that really came out, was the importance of the operators and listening to the operators as they're seeing issues coming up and need for innovations. How's that progressed as far as really bringing more the operator level folks into the conversations?
Yeah, in some of the discussions we've had with some of our utilities that have been successful in this realm, what they've said is really developing some simple explanations of what the innovation program at the utility is doing, what its goals are, and how it affects all the different people in the operation, so that almost like an internal communications piece is what you need for your utility. So you can explain it up and down the chain to really help get that buy-in. And when you start to explain them that, hey, if we put in this new technology that's going to help keep struvite out of our pipes, and we want you to be a part of it and help us with this, they say, oh, you mean I'm not going to have to chip this struvite out of a pipe? And there's real opportunities. They start to see how it affects them. They understand how it affects them and their job. It's a way to get buy-in for new technology, so that they're not saying, I'm not going to do that, or we're not going to change this system. So I think it's really important to have internal communication pieces, if you will, that explains the ultimate goals for innovation programs.
Well, we're all about great ways of doing good communications at all levels. One of the things that has come up quite a bit this week, obviously we just had Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Irma, still in recovery, and Hurricane Maria hitting the islands. The idea, Richard Salin from Texas called on Cluster Nation to really say, okay, we need things fast. They've got to be skid mounted, have their own energy resources. They've got to be ready to go, something you can deploy instantly. A lot of these innovative technologies are intended as some sort of disaster response. How has that come up?
Yeah, I think the Cluster Nation is working to develop these lines of collaboration and communication, which I think will be very important as we go forward, to be able to react quickly to things like this, but also to be able to move more quickly on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis with new technologies. So I think having the clusters linked up and working together and platforms to do that are really key.
Nice. Great. Well, thank you so much for your time, Jeff, and that's it.